Hello, my name is Sophie Winter. I'm a theatre maker, a professional singer and a choir leader. I predominantly devise to create my work, and each piece of work I create is developed within a different relevant community. I trained at the Lecoq School in Paris, and I am a multidisciplinary artist. I've used puppetry, movement, music, verbatim techniques, projection, clowning. Whatever suits the project best, I'll learn and incorporate into my work. Since leaving Lecoq, I co-founded On the Button, a theatre company whose focus is voices which go unheard and perspectives which are new to us. The theatre projects are generally ensemble-based and range from shows about dementia to Tourette's syndrome to the history of social housing to traumatic brain injury. My most recent project was actually music-based, and I worked with new mums from Stroud and Gloucester to create a song cycle exploring their experiences of what it is to be a mum. The participants wrote the words to the music, and I arranged the music alongside singer-songwriter Lisa Jen Brown. I'm also an artist who works alongside other companies. In 2022, I toured with a new musical called Milky Peaks. It was co-produced by Theatre Clwyd and written by Serial Davis. It was a little bit of a bonkers time because I'd just given birth to my daughter and then went on tour with her when she was 3 months old. Yikes. Pretty full on. Last year I also moved to Stroud. So yeah, there was a lot going on in 2022. I now run choirs locally and am a full-time mum. The way I work with new communities massively varies from project to project. They generally all involve running relevant workshops and interviewing participants. They all embed with local and sometimes national organisations to support the project. The Motherhood Project, for example, was supported by and had some support from Home Start. The work itself grows from working alongside and within specific communities relevant to the project. Relationships are then developed from those meetings and interviews, and the work is created alongside those relationships. The process can be slower, but it develops deeper relationships and a more thorough grounding for the work created with the different communities. It would be amazing to have the time and the space to realise some bigger projects in a community such as Gloucester with the support of Strike a Light, who've already got links to communities I'd like to work with or have knowledge of positive funding strategies or ways to approach local organisations. I'm approaching this scheme as an individual, not with my theatre company. Something else I should probably add as well. I would love to run a series of workshops with local mums from diverse backgrounds, exploring what it is to be a mum, and for that to be turned into a theatre show about different women's experiences of motherhood. I'd love to work specifically with women from the local refugee community in Gloucestershire. I'd love to work with single mums as well as artists from the local community. So that's something that I'd like to focus on. But on a personal level, I want to work out how to be a mum and a creative within this industry. The two are seemingly not compatible within the UK arts scene, and honestly, I think that's absolute bollocks. As soon as I gave birth, my options for working as an artist seemingly vanished overnight, and I've had to work tirelessly and often with no sleep to keep my career going. A long-term goal would be to take the Motherhood show to theatres or arts organisations across the UK and work alongside the teams at each organisation to create a manifesto for their company, which helps to support working mums who are artists or visiting artists within their organisation. As a working artist, I feel like our voices as childbearers and people who also want to have successful careers are sidelined because either we're too expensive because of childcare and things like that, or we're not flexible enough with our hours. But I think there are ways to fix this which can become sustainable, positive practices within arts organisations across the country, encouraging mums to stay working as artists within the theatre industry. I think the voice of a working mum needs to be an amplified one, and it needs to be amplified more. Even if I don't get shortlisted, I just want to say a massive thank you for coming up with this scheme. Being an artist post-COVID and in such times as these is bloody hard. And for a huge amount of people, it's not sustainable. So thank you for keeping the flame alive.